I'm excited for this video today. But before we get into this, let me know in the comments down below what coffee you're drinking. What coffee have you been enjoying lately? Let me know down below, because I'm drinking a double wash Kenyan from my friends roasted at Monogram in Calgary, Canada. Okay, so you've asked me so many questions on Instagram and just on YouTube over the past little bit. I'm gonna try and answer as many of those as possible in a rapid fire Q&A. Let's get into this. Are you a full-time coffee YouTuber? No, I do this to help you in your coffee journey, and pretty much any spare time that I have is going into making videos for YouTube. Question number 2, Flair 58 or Robot? Well, you can see them both back there. That's a video that I have been working on for a really long time, and I'm just trying to make sure that I do it well. Try not to rush any of those reviews. Have you ever had an unhealthy relationship with caffeine? Yeah. What is your favorite coffee origin? Ethiopia. Sumo deadlift or conventional deadlift? There can be only one. Oh, okay, well, conventional deadlift. And reason being, I lifted my heaviest lift, 505 pounds, on a conventional deadlift a few years ago. I'll probably never be able to do that again. Canadian Aeropress Championship registrations are opening up. Are you signing up? Probably not. Not this year at least, and only because all my spare time is making YouTube videos, helping you guys out on Instagram, and taking care of my family, priority number 1, and also working a full-time job. Yeah, not this year, maybe in the future, we'll see. Will you ever have meetups, maybe after the pandemic is over? Absolutely. I'm currently working on a few things behind the scenes, but I've been talking to my patrons even on the Discord about when we can meet up, and that's definitely something that will happen, hopefully in the next 12 months, maybe sooner. Best advice for new content creators: have a vision, have a goal, and creating content is not a goal. When I started doing this, it wasn't to create videos about coffee, it was to help people in their coffee journey. You need to have a vision, you need to have goals, you need to have something that drives you, otherwise just creating content will become mundane and you'll probably burn out at some point. You're into watches. What does the collection look like and what's the grail? Honestly, I don't have that many watches. Right now I'm really into G-Shock watches, the GA series, and I have the matte black and the silver one. I just love things that are a little rare but also affordable. Favorite sports to play and watch? Friend, you are talking to a Canadian here. The Toronto Maple Leafs is my team. Hockey is my sport. What's your favorite way to drink coffee? Ooh, filter coffee. Probably a V60, probably a washed Ethiopian. How can I learn to better taste my coffee? Great question. The best way to learn how to taste your coffee a little bit better is to train your palate. How do you do that? Well, I love to encourage people to get a notebook and write down what you're experiencing. I like to use the word and the language of impressions rather than tasting notes on the bag. When you're tasting a coffee, it's incredibly subjective, and you might taste something very different from what a roaster has described on that bag. What I would say is, as you're drinking coffee, write down what you're experiencing. Write down the impressions that coffee gives you. And as you continue to train your palate and write down these experiences, know that you're not wrong. It is subjective. Another way to train your palate is to expand beyond coffee. Go to the store, buy some fruits, buy some vegetables that you have never tried before. Expand your palate and try new foods that you have never experienced. Training your palate is all about the experiences that you've had. How do you find time to YouTube with a newborn? I don't. And so basically any free time that I have, any free time, is normally making videos. In fact, normally any video that I've been publishing, I'm up till 2 a.m. to edit just so that I can get it out for you. Not complaining, I love doing it. I love doing this whole YouTube thing. But if you appreciate that, I would really appreciate if you hit that red button, subscribe down below. What's the best camera and lens to buy as a beginner focused in more photography? Great question. So I think the Canon system for photography is great to get into. That's what I started on, but now I'm shooting on Sony. My camera is the Sony a7S III. If you want to see a little studio breakdown of this whole space and just how I built and what I'm using, let me know by letting me know in the comments down below. There's never been a better time to get into photography. Right now, a camera that I would suggest is a full frame camera from Canon called the Canon RP. It's their cheaper entry level into a full frame mirrorless system. Highly underrated. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. There's also some great lenses from Canon that you can get, and you can adapt some old DSLR lenses to that camera, which is a great affordable alternative. Does your wife help with the social platforms? So right now I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Those are my big three. Mostly Instagram and YouTube. No, she doesn't help me make any content, but what she does help me with is everything else. She does help take care of the boys when I'm filming. Right now, they're outside playing in the backyard as I'm filming this video. So in many ways, absolutely my wife helps, but not directly in the channel where she's taking photos or filming me. Maybe once in a while you'll see some B-roll, but my wife is amazing. Absolute legend. Huge shout out to you, babe. I love you. You're the best. Can you send me some coffee stuff, please, and thank you? Sure. Yeah, shameless self-plug here. There's an easy way to do that if you sign up for my Patreon. I've been giving away at least 1 item a month, but normally 2 to 3, and we've been doing a coffee giveaway as just a roaster that we pick and select just to support a roaster and support the Patrons for supporting the channel. I'll link that down below if you want to check that out. Most memorable game-changing experience with coffee, the TSN turning point. TSN is the Canadian ESPN, by the way. That turning point for me was back, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago when I sat down at a specialty coffee cafe and they poured me a Chemex with a natural Ethiopian that reminded me and gave me impressions of blueberries. It wasn't the best coffee I've ever had in my life, but for that moment, it was the most interesting coffee that I've ever experienced. I had never experienced anything like that before. I had no idea that coffee could even taste like that. Thoughts on the Eagle One Prima? It's cool. What's been your favorite video to make? Pretty much anything that's not a review or a comparison. And I know a lot of my videos are that, but being a newer channel to YouTube, those are the videos that get views. And as my channel continues to grow, I kind of want to do less of that. I mean, we'll still do it for sure, don't get me wrong, but more of the content that I want to create. And we're gonna do more of those in the future. I've got a lot of gear that I have to cover in the next few months. But once we get through that, I do want to balance out a little bit more of just my coffee knowledge and my passion for what I love about this industry, and maybe talk about gear a little less. But I mean, hey, let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see. If you love reviews and comparisons, I mean, I know most of you do because those are the videos you subscribe to. Where did you get your glass from your iced coffee video? This one right here, that glass, I've been asked so many times for some reason that you guys love that glass, and honestly, I got it from Walmart. I kid you not. If you go to Walmart and you go to their glass section, it's under their Scotch glasses. You don't need a $40 glass for coffee. What's your favorite coffee roaster or subscription? Honestly, in Canada, there's some amazing coffee roasters right now of the likes of Monogram in Calgary, Rabbit Hole Roasters in Montreal. There's some amazing legends like 49th Parallel for espresso especially. And then there's some newer roasters like Luna in the West End of Canada as well. And then a highly underrated coffee roaster that's from Richmond Hill in Ontario is Social Coffee Roasters. And they've been around for over a decade, but that's actually the roaster I collabed with last year in 2020, and we actually made tropical juice box together. We also partnered with Pear Cup Works to make the design and artwork for the bags, and that was a fun experiment, and I'd love to do that again someday, maybe sooner than later. What gear setup would you bring when traveling for less than 1 week in a hotel? I'm the wrong person to ask. Probably too much. What's your daily brewing method? Kind of touched on that before, but V60 pretty much every day with the washed Ethiopian or something fun. Woo, I need another coffee. Let me know if you like this video by hitting that like button down below. It's a huge way to support this channel and enabled me to keep doing videos. Truly, YouTube is crazy with that stuff. Thank you for all my current subscribers, and drop a comment down below if there's any questions I missed and you want answered. I'll spend a little bit of time in this video answering as many as I can down below. That's where I'll be hanging out. Now, if you also want to support this channel in another way, you can become a Patreon for as low as like $1.50 a month. It's like the price of a coffee per month. And with that, you can actually get access to more content, but also contests that I do monthly, including coffee contests where we give away bags of coffee, like I mentioned earlier, or just winning coffee gear. Pretty much everything I review, I do try to give away as much of it as possible because I just have too much stuff. So if you want to do that, I'll link that down below as well. You have access to my Discord. So any questions you may have for any coffee stuff, it's a small enough community where anything you ask will likely be answered, but it's a big enough community to have a good time. Yeah, let's go with that. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you guys all next time. Bye.